So one subject that I'd like to discuss is the end of the school year. Soon it's gonna be May 2017. We're in April right now, and it will be my fourth end of the school year as a school bus driver. And it's a special moment of the year because people, I would say that at-risk behavior is a little bit more frequent when you get to the end of the year, especially the very last week of the school year. There are different reasons for that. First of all, people, students, even sometimes parents and other people will have a sense that the year is almost over. They're about to, move on from this school year. So there is a tendency, sometimes it's not even voluntarily, that you can cut corners. That, you don't have to go through all the same stuff that you normally would do. So they'll be more likely to rush when they get in and out of the bus, for instance. And it is important as a school bus driver to be diligent and to be on task. We don't have to be ugly about it. We still can be courteous, but it's good to remind people when you see them cutting corners, look for your safety. It's important, not to rush when you get in that stairway, etc. Another aspect also that needs to be mentioned is that when the end of the school year approaches, especially the very last week, there is certain kids might contemplate the idea of, pranks. Been there, done that. I was that age at once, and I've seen that at my school when I was that age, kids would do pranks. They think it's fun, they think it's amusing, and the problem is that sometimes these pranks, they put the safety of other people or their own safety at stake. And this is why it's important to be very diligent. And that happens especially because the very last week of school, sometimes there might be a sentiment, if certain students want to act upon it, there might be a sentiment that they can get away with it. That on the very last day of school, what are you gonna do? You're gonna write me up? Hey, good luck. So this exists. I don't mean to be dramatic. In most cases, everything goes well. But I have experienced, just for instance, in my career, last week of school once, the one student, I never had one bit of problem with this student. Well, he was in 5th grade, so I guess he felt like next year I'll be in middle school, so I will not see you anymore anyway. So for comic relief, I guess, he instead of using the service door when he got off the bus, he used the emergency exit door over here. And really, we were very fortunate that the driver that was right behind the school bus at that time was compliant with law, and he waited, he didn't rush, he didn't, he gave the kid enough room, the bus enough room to operate. So no tragedy happened, but that happened. And at another time, I had very last week of school, there were 2 students. I never had a bit of trouble with these 2 students. They were not known to be disruptive or, be intrusive in other kids' personal space or anything like this. And somehow the last week of school they got into a fist fight. Like one went to the other kid's seat and just went to town on him. And I was surprised because we had no prior situation that would have hinted that this was about to happen. So anyway, this is why it is so important to be very diligent on, at the end of the year, especially the last week of school.